Hey guys, Justin here. I hope everyone's doing good. Still working on building up the channel. If you like the video, please like it. But if you like stuff like this, I'm still learning. This is a learning process. Please go ahead and subscribe. Definitely will be putting out new videos every week. So I did lie to you in my last video. I did end up having the chance to have about an hour of free time. And of course, rather than do anything else, I decided to look at cards. So I ended up spending about $65 for what's in this box. Most of it's anywhere from 10 cents to $5 paid for each card. Obviously, the majority of these cards, except maybe 5 or 6 cards, were under 50 cents. Or 50 cents or less, rather. But only about $12 worth of 50-cent cards, and then the rest was 10 cents, a quarter, and 3 for $1. Couple nicer ones though in the mix. I'll show you. So quick update. I will be doing some shopping Saturday at the card show in Hartville, Ohio on June 6th, but I actually ended up finding out that I will be setting up at a table. So I will be dealing there also. Mask optional. Something for the whole family. So if you are familiar with Hartville, or you look it up, Hartville, Ohio, June 6th show. It's at the Hartville Marketplace. It's within an hour pretty much of any city in Northeast Ohio, like big city, Youngstown, Akron, Canton, Cleveland. Something for the whole family. They have a farmer's market. They have it's a flea market. They have little shops and everything. So it's not just cards. So if it's something that you want to bring your family out to, they can look at what they like. You can look at what you like. You can look at the cards. You can do whatever you want. And I believe they do have food there. So this is my second take of this video. The battery died, so I had to put a new battery in, which I probably swore pretty good about, but it wasn't on camera. So you didn't get to see me be unhappy there for a little bit. So let's get started here. I just want to get the video done with at this point. So, a lot of these here are the 10 centers, and there's some cool cards in here though for 10 cents each. Lots of refractors. 2005 Bowman Chrome set. My one good friend, he's a Jim Thome collector. So if he's watching, he'll get he'll hear his name. He'll know who I'm talking about. But it was so funny. He had the super refractor. He had the orange refractor, the gold refractor, pretty much every variation. He was chasing the rainbow. Took him about 10 years. It was so funny. He's not as much into cards now as he once was. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera to focus there. Thinking that me doing like sudden movements will get it to focus. So he did not have the red refractor, and one night, and he like I said, he has lots of stuff he collects. So cards aren't his whole world. Cards in regards to collecting stuff is my whole world. I don't really collect anything else. I buy certain things. There are other things that I like, but I wouldn't say I necessarily collect them. So anyways, long story short, one night I seen the red refractor pop up. I about had a heart attack. I messaged him literally probably 15 times. I even left a Facebook comment on his page, like, dude, message me. Because I was so scared someone was going to buy that. I was tempted to buy it for him, but then I was just like worried, I don't know if he still wants this card. But then I finally got a hold of him, and he did end up buying it, and he ended up saving $50. So I was happy for him, but just really funny. It was like, I remember all the card shows I'd go to, I'd look for that card for him. And then he finally did end up finding it on eBay. Mickey! Yeah, Mickey! More 2005 Bowman Chrome stuff. Again, I know that a lot of these really aren't worth more, worth about 10 cents, 25 cents. That's about the most they're worth, some of these. But, again, this is stuff. I know enough people with groups. I know enough people that sell online that little cards like that, aren't going to be too hard to sell. There might not be big cards, but I'm not going to lose money. That's the biggest thing about what I bought. When I buy something, I always think, what can I get out of this if I sell it in bulk to another dealer? So I always aim to break even, and then, you find a few cards in the mix that you will make your profit on. But just a lot of cool cards, More refractors. Nick Markakis, Russ Martin. So now here we go into, I believe these are now the quarter cards. So that one's numbered to 75. Flacco out of 100. Matt Williams, Gamers. Power Deck. Good old Arthur Fonzarelli. More quarter cards. Jerry Rice, Chromes. It had went down a little bit, but the Tom Brady 2002 Topps Chrome, I think it went through the roof again. I know it had died down a little bit. I know another big one was his 2002 SP Authentic or his 2001 SP Authentic. So for a quarter, guys, obviously that's not something you're going to lose money on. Not going to make a ton of money, but for a quarter, an 89 Hoops Michael Jordan. Some more hard hats. Love that set. Those are nice looking too. Those are the 1998, I believe. No, 1997 Donruss Power Alley. Nice looking card set. Donruss really did a good job with inserts. Just back then in general, the technology wasn't as good, but they really cared about the product more. And I know that sounds silly, me saying that, but I just really feel like that's true. Just a base set card, but I like some of those old Ovation sets. Frank Thomas launchers. I have not seen one that's a gold border like that, unless his was. I don't recall that though. Derrick Henry rookie, number to 199. Some Advent cards. Griffey. That's not a huge card, but that's easily a $1 card. And having on this is another card that's going to be a $1 card most likely, but for a quarter I can't beat it. I know none of these cards in this 10 cent or 25 cent cards are huge cards, but like I said, I like buying stuff that I enjoy buying because I like looking through them. It brings back good memories. But also, I'm not going to lose anything. I might not make a ton of money. I'm not saying that I'm, becoming rich off of this, but it gives me something to do and I'm not losing money in the process on it. Some Bowman Chrome. Let's see, who is it? Oh, I thought sometimes you look through them and you think it's a different player. So of course, out of that set, really at this point, I don't know if Ichiro was in that set or not, but I know obviously the big one was the Albert Pujols autograph, numbered to 500, which that year they had actually. Those were not serial numbered with a stamp, like a stamping machine per se. Those were all hand numbered. So I don't know how many people remember this, because everyone has different years of being in our hobby, which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you've been collecting a little while, I do remember. I thought it was a gold refractor for a second. I remember it was around the mid-2000s, and there was a PSA and a BGS Albert Pujols. Both were numbered 005 of 500. That was back when the jersey number craze was in full effect for serial numbered cards. So there was a PSA and a BGS. Either someone messed up when they were numbering those, or someone just basically renumbered it and numbered it his jersey number, which wouldn't have been hard to do because it was just basically a Sharpie. More quarter cards here. Or, no, I don't know. These, I think these, no, these here were part of the 10 cents. Sorry, guys. Whole bunch of 2001. Whole bunch of 2001 Topps Chrome. And that's back, they had more of like the vintage stock for that set because it was kind of their 50th anniversary set. But yeah, if you remember that, it was on eBay, and apparently both of these cards were graded. One was PSA, one was BGS, and they were both on eBay at the same time. And this was back on the Beckett message boards days. Topps Moment and Milestones for 10 cents. You know, it is a Frank Thomas card that's serial numbered. Not going to lose money on it. We're starting to get into some of the 3 for $1 stuff. I know a lot of people. Now, I'm a Cavs fan, but I obviously know a lot of people that like Golden State still. And a lot of them have been longtime fans of Golden State, so you know they did put together a good team. Kevin Durant helped them, you know, but it is what it is. I got to win the one championship, and I waited almost 30 years for it. Alrighty, so these are the 3 for $1 ones. I'm just going a little bit slower on these since I paid a little bit more money, but that way too, hopefully the camera stays in good focus. Reggie Miller. Sometimes with like rookies, I'm not very great at remembering who sells a little bit better than others, but worst I'm out is 33 cents, right? James Harden Fireworks, and that's the Disco Prism, I believe they call it. So, got a few more cards left after this stack. More Golden State stuff. Dirk Nowitzki. But you know, just some nice cards for 33 cents. You know, you really can't beat it, in my opinion. Mike Piazza, Jason Kidd. I did find one regular hollow prism from the Donruss Optic from that year. These are starting to go up in value a little bit. But for 30 cents, you know, it's not a $10 card, it's not a $5 card, but it might be a $1 or $2 card, but for 30-some cents, you know, I can't complain. Now we're into the 50-cent stuff here. So just some off-center, low-grade vintage, but for 50 cents each, I mean, I really don't know how you can complain. Thurman Munson 1972 Topps. Another Jack Morris rookie. Now I got like 7 or 8 Jack Morris rookies. But again, you know, for that price, can you really complain? Probably not. Well, no, you probably could. So lots of people like to complain. Alrighty, so we got a couple cards left. I want to start with the one on the bottom first. So we got LeBron James. I did pay $2 for this, but that's a break-even card. I thought it might be worth a little bit more money. I want to separate these two because I got one card back there that I didn't know it was worth as much as I thought it was when I picked it out, and at this point I'm surprised I ended up finding it, that someone didn't pick it off. So we got the NL hitting stars, and that's basically Richie Ashburn and Willie Mays. For $5, you know, it is a I believe this is 1959 Topps. So it's Ashburn and Mays. But for $5, you know, it's not in horrible shape. You can't beat that, really, to be honest. That's probably about a $10 card at a card show. I gotta put it in a soft sleeve. So, last but not least, the centering is not great on it, but for $2, I'm probably going to hang on to this one just in case it goes up in price. For that price, I can't complain. $2 I paid for this one. I could definitely make probably 30-40 bucks quickly off of this one off eBay. If I put it on eBay, I'll make a little bit more. I just don't want anyone, the centering isn't great on it, and these cards were notorious for having centering issues. But again, for the price paid, I can't complain. That was a heck of a deal at that price. Sorry, I was just trying to get it into focus, guys, so you guys could see it better. And it's not, my camera's not being nice to us. There we go. So, obviously it's off center, but 1996 Topps Chrome Future Star, Derek Jeter. So when I found that in the box, I was like, that's probably at least a $10 card, but then I looked it up and a little bit more than that, but not a huge find of a lifetime, but definitely, like I said, I had to have been one of the first 2 or 3 people that saw that, because that would have been picked off. So anyways, guys, again, thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and if you are free, June 6, 2020, Hartville, Ohio, there will be a card show. About 35 tables. I will be there. Mask is not required. It's recommended. I have to wear a mask that day because I am technically an employee of the for the day. Just legal reasons. But not a big deal to me. I don't care about wearing masks. I'm not bitching about it. But just so you know, it is optional. You're not forced to wear it. Because I know that a lot of people. It can be hard, and even for me, when I'm breathing in them, it can be, it can get warm, and you can get a little bit lightheaded. But again, Hartville, Ohio, and there's something for everyone there. So go ahead and check it out, and I hope you have a nice day. Please like and please subscribe.